God says, I need to talk to you for 20 minutes, and it has to be right now. Don't you dare ignore this and make me angry. Stay here and listen to me completely. You may have scrolled past 1,000 things today, but this is not like any of them. This is not something you can put aside for later or listen to halfway. This is not something to treat like background noise. God is saying He needs to speak to you right now, not tomorrow, not next week, but in this moment. You are not reading this by accident. You are not hearing this because of coincidence. Heaven has scheduled this moment for you, and you must not delay or walk away. This is not simply a gentle request. This is a cry from the depths of eternity to the depths of your heart. This is your Father calling your name with fire in His voice and mercy in His hands. Comment Amen right now to affirm that your heart is open and your spirit is listening. God's voice is not casual, and when He says, do not make Him angry, it is not about punishment or wrath, but about the urgency of His love and the seriousness of the hour. He is not distant, He is not silent, and He is not indifferent. He has been watching, waiting, and now speaking, because you are in a moment where heaven's voice must be louder than the noise around you. When He says, stay here and listen completely, He means do not let your distractions, pain, fear, or weariness pull you away. He means that this moment is sacred, and something deep and divine is being released into your life through every word you are about to receive. If you feel broken, tired, confused, or alone, this is not a coincidence. God is addressing that very storm inside you. When He says He needs to talk, it means He has seen everything you have not spoken. Every tear you cried when no one was looking, every thought that weighed down your heart, every fear you buried inside your smile. God is not just aware of it, He is moved by it. He is not asking for your attention because He wants to speak empty comfort. He wants to reach into the center of your pain, your struggle, your silence, and pour His light into places where darkness thought it had control. Like this video if you feel even a spark of hope that God is about to speak directly to you in the deepest way. You have been wrestling in silence, trying to stay strong when you feel weak, trying to believe when your faith has been shaken. But the Lord says this is not the time for pretending or hiding. This is not the time for delay or excuses. This is a divine interruption. It is heaven stepping into your moment, not with judgment, but with fierce love that refuses to let you drown. God is saying, I am talking to you now, because you have reached a point where something must shift, something must break open, something must be healed, and it cannot wait any longer. This is not a conversation where He wants to scold you. It is a divine intervention where He wants to lift you. His anger is not because you failed. It is because He refuses to let you miss what He is about to do. He is saying, don't ignore this because you are carrying more than you should and trying to handle things you were never meant to carry alone. You've been pretending to be fine while secretly feeling like you're drowning. But your Father in heaven is calling you to breathe, to stop running, to stop hiding, and to let Him be the God who speaks into your soul right now. God's voice comes with power, but also with deep tenderness. When He says, stay here and listen completely, He is saying, I am about to pour oil into your wounds. I am about to put fire into your spirit again. I am about to shake off the weariness that has clung to your bones. I am about to remind you who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not a mistake. You are not the sum of your failures. You are chosen. You are loved. You are called. You are protected by a love that does not break, bend, or walk away when things get hard. You may be tired, but He is not. You may be confused, but He sees the end from the beginning. You may feel like you are at your limit, but he is not limited by anything. He is the God who splits seas and walks on storms. He is the God who raises the dead and stills the raging winds. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And he is talking to you now, because your life is not over. Your story is not done. Your hope is not lost. You may have felt like giving up, but he has not given up on you. Comment 1111 if you believe this is not a coincidence, but divine timing. God sees the pressure you are under. He sees the spiritual weight that has tried to suffocate your joy. He sees the nights when sleep won't come and the days when everything feels heavy. He sees the way you are trying to hold everything together for everyone around you while feeling like you're falling apart inside. But he is stepping into that very place, not with shame, but with strength, not with demands, but with deliverance, not with disappointment, but with a deeper love than you've ever known. Stay with this word till the end, because what God has begun to release in your spirit right now is only the beginning of a greater breaking open. There is healing that is not finished yet, peace that hasn't fully settled yet, and promises that are still unfolding even when you cannot see them. Your obedience to stay, to listen, to open your heart in this moment is unlocking doors in the spirit realm that no man can shut. When he says stay and listen, it means you are on the edge of a breakthrough that required your full attention. Let this be the moment you stopped everything else and said yes to God's voice. Let this be the hour when you paused every other voice and leaned in to the whisper of the one who knows your name. You are not watching this by accident. You didn't just happen to scroll by. You are here because God has something to say that your soul has needed for a very long time. Do you know why people keep whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A leaked brainwave method is spreading quietly and changing financial realities worldwide. Proven by neuroscience, this simple ritual attracts money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're so lucky. Click the link in the comments before it's taken down. God says, I need to talk to you for 20 minutes, and it has to be right now. He is still speaking. His voice is still reaching for you. And if you will continue to listen, something inside you is going to shift in a way that nothing else in this world could ever accomplish. When God says don't make him angry, he is showing how much it matters to him that you stay connected to what he is saying. This is not about fear, it is about urgency. He is the Father who has waited long enough for you to stop running, for you to stop pretending, for you to stop drowning in silence. He is drawing a line in the sand and saying, enough is enough. Not because he is tired of you, but because he is tired of watching you suffer. He is not shouting in rage. He is calling out in a fierce and holy love that refuses to let you keep walking around in circles. You've cried out in quiet ways, in small prayers and desperate thoughts, and thought maybe God did not hear them. But you need to know this with all your heart. He heard every single one. He saw the way you held yourself together when everything inside you wanted to fall apart. He watched how you kept going when it would have been easier to give up. And now he is responding, not in the way the world responds, but in the way only a father can, with authority, with tenderness, with fire, with mercy. God is saying, I need to talk to you now, because what's coming next in your life needs preparation. You are stepping into a new season, but you cannot carry old wounds into it. You are approaching a fresh outpouring of his presence, but your heart needs to be realigned. You are not just surviving anymore. He is calling you into purpose, into healing, into power. And it begins not with striving but with surrender, not with running but with resting in his word. Comment 222 if you trust that God is setting your path straight right now. This moment is not about being perfect. It is about being present. God is not looking for your performance. He is looking for your heart. He is not counting your failures, he is counting your tears. He is not asking for a list of good deeds. He is asking for your attention. And when he says, "Stay here and listen completely," it is because this word is not just for your comfort, it is for your transformation. His voice is the only one that truly knows what your soul needs to hear. His hands are the only ones that know how to hold the broken pieces of your story and make something beautiful out of them. You have felt forgotten, but he has never taken his eyes off you. You have felt like a burden to others, but to him, you are the one he rejoices over with singing. You have felt like your past disqualifies you, but to him, your story is not over. You have felt small in a world that keeps shouting, but his whisper has more power than every shout combined. God is the lifter of your head. He is the one who bends down to meet you in your lowest places and still calls you by your highest name, beloved. He is not a God who speaks in riddles or hides behind mystery. He is a God who reveals himself to the ones who stay long enough to hear. You stayed, and so he is pouring light into the places that have been dark for too long, pouring clarity into the fog that has clouded your decisions, pouring comfort into the ache that wouldn't go away, pouring boldness into the fear that made you feel stuck. The longer you stay, the more you receive, and you are not staying in vain. You are not here by chance. You are here because the hand of God drew you into this moment. Heaven saw that you needed this word more than food, more than sleep, more than another distraction. You needed something eternal to touch, something broken, and now it is happening. You may not feel it fully yet, but something is stirring in your spirit. Something is waking up. Something deep is being healed. Something is shifting, and it will not stop. Because when God speaks, his words do not return empty. Stay in this. Do not turn away. Do not let the noise around you be louder than the voice of the one who formed you. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not fighting alone. The hand of God is holding you right now. His angels are surrounding you. His spirit is breathing life into you. Even now, healing is flowing through your body. Even now, strength is rising in your heart. Even now, the chains that held you back are breaking. This is not just another moment. This is a divine rescue. You have cried for answers. God is giving you himself. You have begged for peace. He is pouring his presence. You have asked for help. He is stepping in with his power. The storm you are in will not take you out. The pain you feel will not last forever. The night you are walking through is not the end. The fire you feel will not consume you. God is with you, and he is not leaving. He is not silent. He is not still. He is moving in your favor. You are not just another name in the crowd. You are the one he left the 99 to find. You are the one he carried when you could not walk. You are the one he waited for when you ran away. And now, you are the one he is speaking to, right here, right now. This is not a warning to fear. This is a call to come close, to rest in him, to surrender what you cannot fix, to trust what you cannot see, to believe that the God who brought you this far will not leave you halfway. Why was this 7-second brain ritual hidden for so long? A leaked CIA document exposed a technique so powerful people are canceling debt and calling in wealth within days. Validated by 4 neuroscience labs, it helps attract money like never before. But this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the pinned comments before it disappears forever. This is divine mercy washing over places in you that no one else could reach, not even the parts of your heart you've hidden for years. You didn't come this far to stop now, and God is saying, stay close, stay open, and do not turn away. There is more he needs to speak, more he wants to release, and every word is meant to set you free in ways that nothing else could. You've walked through pain that others didn't see. You fought battles in silence, smiled when you were breaking, and held it together while feeling like everything was falling apart inside. But God saw it all. Nothing was missed. Not a tear, not a sigh, not a single cry in the dark. When He says, "I need to talk to you right now," it's because those silent moments in your life carried a weight that heaven is lifting off your shoulders. This is not about punishment. This is about healing. This is about realigning your heart with the truth of who you are and who He is to you. Comment 333. If you declare your faith that God is working behind the scenes, you are not being overlooked. You are not being pushed aside. You are not being left behind while others seem to move ahead. God does not forget those who remain faithful in the hidden places. He sees the ones who keep praying when it seems like nothing is changing. He honors the ones who keep trusting when the waiting feels endless. And He rewards the ones who stay when it's easier to walk away. This moment is a reward, not the final blessing, but the beginning of something holy and lasting that only He could orchestrate. When you feel like everything is shaking around you, it is not always destruction. Sometimes, God shakes things to build something new. He removes what was unstable so He can give you something that cannot be taken from you. You thought you were being broken, but you were being refined. You thought you were being delayed, but you were being prepared. You thought you were being forgotten, but you were being set apart. And now He is saying, "Listen to me, stay with me." Because the fire you've walked through is now unlocking the glory that's been hidden inside of you all along. You are stronger than you know, not because you've held it all together, but because God has held you. His hands have carried you when your strength ran out. His grace has covered you when your hope was low. His presence has surrounded you even in moments when you didn't feel anything at all. The enemy tried to make you numb so you would think God left you, but the truth is God was closer in your silence than in the loudest of celebrations. He is the God who draws near to the broken-hearted. He is the God who binds up every wound. He is the God who breathes again into dry bones. Your faith is not small, it has survived. Your hope is not weak, it has endured. Your heart may be tired, but it is still beating for Him, and that is why He's talking to you now. He sees that flicker inside you, and He's not letting it go out. He is breathing on it. He is fanning it into flame. He is pouring oil into what felt dry and dead, and He is reviving the places in you that forgot how to dream, how to trust, how to believe again. You are not who your past says you are. You are not who your failures tried to define you as. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not your trauma. You are not your losses. You are not the names they called you when they didn't understand your process. You are who God says you are. You are His child. You are covered. You are called. You are chosen. And no weapon formed against you will prosper, because the one who called you has not changed His mind about you. You might not understand the full plan right now, but your obedience in this moment is doing more than you know. Just by staying here, just by listening, just by letting your heart remain open, you are aligning with something that's bigger than your emotions. You are stepping into the flow of grace that will carry you farther than your own strength ever could. You are being reshaped, remade, renewed, and repositioned for the things God has already prepared for you. This is not about getting your life together before you can hear Him. This is about hearing Him so He can help put your life back together. You were never meant to do this on your own. You were never meant to hold everything inside. You were never meant to figure it all out by yourself. That pressure wasn't from God. That expectation wasn't from Him. What He wants is your heart, raw, honest, broken if it has to be. As long as it's real, He can work with it. God is reminding you right now that His plans for you are still good, that what he spoke over your life has not changed, that the promises he made are not fading. Even if it feels like everything has gone quiet, the seeds he planted in you are still alive. Even if people walked away, God never left. Even if everything around you feels uncertain, His word is unshaken. Even if you've doubted, He still believes in what He placed inside of you. There is more healing ahead. There is more joy ahead. There is more peace ahead. This moment of surrender is the doorway. Every time you choose to stay with Him, you are walking deeper into your purpose. Every moment you lean into His voice, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, you are becoming more of who He created you to be. The fire is not here to destroy you. It's here to reveal you. The pressure is not here to crush you. It's here to prepare you. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that flips lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth brainwaves. People are stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles, but this breakthrough won't stay online for very long. Click the link in the comments before it's deleted. You were born for more than just surviving. You were born for more than just barely getting through. You were born to carry light, to walk in power, to live with freedom that others cannot explain. You were born to know the heart of God and reflect that heart in everything you do. That is why the battle has been so fierce. That is why the enemy has tried so hard to distract you, discourage you, and disconnect you. Because you are dangerous to darkness. Because your life carries the power of heaven. Because your surrender will impact more than just you, it will reach generations. You've endured nights that seemed longer than they should have been. And still, here you are, still breathing, still reading, still open to what God is doing in this exact moment. That alone is a testimony. That alone is evidence that His hand has never left you, not even for a second. God says, I need to talk to you right now. There is no hesitation in His voice, no pause in His presence. He is leaning in with a love so persistent that it reaches through your fear, through your confusion, through every wall you've built to protect yourself. He is not waiting for the perfect version of you. He is speaking into the real you, the tired you, the questioning you, the bruised but still standing you. And what He's saying in this moment carries weight, not just for now, but for your future, your purpose, your destiny. Comment 555 if you believe that heaven is aligning your steps even now. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to tune out or pull back. This is the very place where transformation begins. God is reminding you that the wounds you carry are not the end of your story. The delays you've faced are not denials. The silence you've walked through is not abandonment. In fact, that silence has been holy. It's been the stillness before the shift. It's been the quiet before the resurrection. You have not been alone. You have been protected in ways you couldn't see. You have been shielded from battles you didn't even know were forming. That's how deeply He loves you. God is not speaking because He wants your attention for a moment. He is speaking because He wants your heart forever. His words are not noise, they are life. His voice does not come to pressure you, it comes to revive you, to give you back the pieces of your soul that were worn down by years of carrying burdens you didn't talk about, to awaken the fire that religion, routine, or rejection may have buried, to shake you awake from the spiritual slumber that life's disappointments quietly lured you into. He is here, right now, not far away in a temple made by human hands, not locked in a book or confined to a building. He is here with you, in your space, in your pain, in your stillness, in your quiet prayer that no one else ever heard. That is how close He is. That is how personal this moment is. He is not speaking in general. He is speaking specifically to you. You are not lost in a crowd to him. You are the one he left the 99 for, the one he's been watching with a heart full of compassion, the one he refuses to give up on. You have faced seasons where you gave more than you received, where you showed up for others but no one seemed to show up for you, where you poured from a cup that kept getting emptier, where you smiled while breaking, helped while hurting, led while limping, and still you did not turn away. Still you prayed. Still you hoped. Still you whispered his name when everything inside you wanted to be silent. That matters. That is seen. That is honored by heaven. What God is doing right now is not just encouragement, it is restoration. He is placing his hand on the places in you that grew numb from disappointment. He is breathing warmth into the frozen corners of your heart where grief built a home. He is melting away the lies you believed about your worth, your purpose, your future. He is undoing what shame tried to build. He is reversing the damage of the words spoken over you that did not come from him. This is not the end. This is the turning point. The divine moment where what tried to bury you ends up becoming the soil where your calling begins to grow roots again. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. The power of God knows no distance. His mercy knows no limit. His grace does not run dry. You do not have to fix yourself before receiving this word. This word is what begins the fixing. This voice is what heals the broken places. This moment is where things start to come back to life. You have cried long enough. You have hidden long enough. You have settled long enough. There is more for you. There is better for you. Not because of what you've done, but because of who he is. Not because you deserve it, but because his love refuses to let you live beneath what he created you for. His love is calling you higher, not in striving, not in pressure, but in trust. He is lifting you from where you were and placing you where you belong. You are not a mistake. You are not too much. You are not unlovable. You are not invisible. You are his. You may not understand the timing, but trust the one who holds all time in his hands. You may not see the way forward, but you are being led by the one who makes ways where there are none. You may not feel strong, but the Spirit inside you is the same power that raised Christ from the grave. You may not feel ready, but God never waits for readiness. He moves through surrender. And your surrender right now is more powerful than you know. Your yes, even in weakness, carries weight in heaven. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer has not been in vain. Heaven wastes nothing. What you thought disqualified you is what God will use to qualify you. What you thought would end you is what God will use to launch you. What looked like a mess is where God is about to show his glory. You are not reading this by chance. You are here because the next chapter of your life needs this kind of clarity, this kind of healing, this kind of fire in your soul. Could this 7-second CIA brainwave trick be your fastest path to luxury? Leaked research reveals a simple ritual helping people attract wealth effortlessly. Proven by 4 neuroscience labs, debt is dissolving and abundance is showing up fast. If you're seeing this now, you are God's chosen one. Click the link in the comments before it disappears. Stay. Do not walk away. Do not let the weariness win. Do not let the lies whisper louder than this truth. You are chosen. You are seen. You are loved. You are held. You are called. And most of all, you are not alone. God is not just speaking. He is staying. He is settling his presence over you like a blanket in the cold. He is calming the storm in your heart. He is surrounding you with songs of deliverance. He is lifting your chin and reminding you this is not the end. This is the start of something holy, something powerful, something eternal. Heaven takes notice when a heart chooses to pause, to stay, to listen, even when it's tired, even when it's unsure. That's what you're doing now, and the Spirit of God is responding to that with waves of comfort that go deeper than your words, deeper than your thoughts, deeper than your fear. God has been saying from the beginning, I need to talk to you, and you've stayed. Now, He's pouring more into you than you ever expected to receive. What He is doing right now is rebuilding you from the inside out. Not just putting a patch on the pain, not just encouraging you for a moment. He is restoring what was lost, healing what was wounded, and resurrecting the dreams that died in the battle. The very places where you felt the most defeated are becoming the places where His glory will shine the brightest. You have felt like you've been walking through a desert season, but God has been preparing a river that will burst forth from the driest ground. You thought you were forgotten in the wilderness, but heaven has been watching the whole time. Comment 1212 if you believe God is reviving what the enemy tried to bury. There have been moments recently where you felt invisible, where your heart asked quietly if God still sees you. And the answer right now is not only does He see you, but He's been waiting for this moment to show you just how much. This isn't about a dramatic miracle or a sudden thunder from the sky. It's about the still, strong whisper that breaks through everything else and reaches the tenderest parts of your soul. That's what this is. That's what you're feeling. That's why your heart keeps leaning in, even if your mind doesn't fully understand it. God is reaching for the very center of you, not to change you into something you're not, but to bring you back to who you truly are. You were made for closeness with Him. You were made to carry His presence, to walk in peace, to live with a sense of divine purpose that isn't shaken by circumstances. But life tries to bury that. Pain tries to drown it out. The world tries to distract you from it. And little by little, without realizing it, your soul can drift. But even when you drift, God pursues. Even when you grow silent, He keeps calling. Even when you stop expecting good things, He keeps preparing them anyway. His plans for you are still alive. Even when you gave up, He didn't. Even when you thought it was over, He kept writing. He doesn't throw away stories, He finishes them. And your story, no matter how messy it has been, is not beyond His redemption. That's what grace looks like. Not that you fixed everything, not that you figured it all out, but that you opened your hands and let Him step in. That's what He's doing right now. Taking what's in your hands, your worry, your weariness, your wondering, and trading it for something eternal, something unshakable. You may be walking through something that others don't understand, and that's okay. God does. He knows the pressure. He knows the questions that sit just beneath your smile. He knows the weight that makes even simple things feel heavy. But He also knows what's on the other side of this. He sees the future that you cannot see yet. He sees the beauty that will come from the ashes. He sees the joy that will return to your heart, not because the pain never existed, but because He will have the final word over it. You're not stuck. You're being held. You're not failing. You're being shaped. You're not forgotten. You're being prepared. It might not look like it, but your steps are being ordered. Your prayers are being answered in ways you can't fully see yet, and your life is still being written with the hand of the one who does not make mistakes. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are right where you need to be to receive what He is doing in this moment. There are promises over your life that are still active. There are blessings coming that have your name on them. There is restoration coming that will heal more than just your heart. It will touch your home, your relationships, your peace, and your purpose. God is doing something complete in you, something lasting. He is not giving you a temporary fix. He is building something eternal, something unshakable. That's why he said he needed to talk to you. Because what he's doing can't be delayed any longer. There is no shame in how you've struggled. There is no guilt in the fact that you've had doubts, that you've been afraid, that you've felt weak. God is not angry at you. He's not disappointed. He's not distant. His heart is burning with love for you, and he is closer than he's ever been. You are his, not because you never stumbled, but because even when you stumbled, you kept reaching for him. And that reach, that one act of faith, is enough for him to pour everything he has into your life. You've been feeling something stir inside you again, haven't you? That gentle hope, that fragile sense of maybe, that whisper that maybe things can change. That's not from you. That's not random. That's the Spirit, awakening something that was never dead, only sleeping. That's the breath of God breathing again into your dry places. That's the light of heaven touching the corners of your heart that darkness tried to own. And what's awakening in you now will not go back to sleep. You are being called into a deeper place. Not one of performance, but one of presence. You don't need to try harder. You just need to stay near. Stay near to his voice. Stay near to his presence. Stay near to his promises. And you will see what he promised begin to take form. Not through your effort, but through your trust. He doesn't need your perfection. He wants your surrender. And that surrender is already unlocking things you didn't even have the strength to ask for. What's really behind the 7-second brain trick exploding online? A leaked CIA ritual is turning heads and bank balances. Backed by neuroscience labs, this at-home method removes money blocks and unlocks unstoppable wealth flow. But the page could vanish any time. Click the link in the first comment before it's permanently deleted. What once seemed distant is coming close. You may not be able to explain it, but something deep within you knows that something holy is happening. God is not simply whispering encouragement. He is speaking transformation. This is not just another word. This is the moment where chains begin to break in places you never thought would be free again. You didn't come this far to stay the same. God didn't draw you here just to comfort you. He came to change everything. This is why he said, I need to talk to you right now. Not later, not when it's more convenient, not when you've cleaned yourself up or figured everything out. He chose now because he knew you were on the edge of something sacred, on the edge of a healing you didn't expect, on the edge of a deeper surrender that will unlock parts of your purpose you haven't even begun to touch. And his voice is the invitation. The moment you said yes, the shift began. Heaven started aligning, angels began moving, and the atmosphere around your life started responding. Comment 777 if you believe this is your divine turning point. God is not simply watching you. He is working for you. You've questioned why things took so long, why the waiting stretched your heart so thin, why you had to keep walking when everything inside you wanted to sit down and give up. But every step mattered. Every tear had weight. Every silent night was heard. You have not been forgotten. In the process, you've been protected. God was not withholding from you. He was preparing you, molding you, refining the strength in you that you didn't even know you had. He is not just the God of arrival. He is the God of every step in between, the God of the wilderness, the God of the process, the God of the slow becoming. And that's where you've been, in the place between the promise and the fulfillment. In the place where the ground feels shaky and the light feels dim. But he is declaring over you now, you will not stay there. You are stepping into what he has spoken. The ground you are standing on is shifting, and even if you can't see it yet, everything is about to change. This moment matters because it's where the internal breakthrough happens. The place where you stop pretending and finally let him in completely. where the masks come off, where the pride dissolves, where the fears are laid down. This is the sacred place of encounter. The place where God doesn't just touch your surface, He goes to the root. He reaches the places no one else can, the memories you tried to suppress, the voices that replayed in your head, the shame that clung to your confidence, the hidden griefs that no one ever saw. He is there, right now, holding every part of you. God is not overwhelmed by your brokenness. He's not surprised by your doubts. He's not disappointed in your process. His love is steady, His heart is firm, and His plans are not moved by the mistakes you've made. His mercy is bigger than your failures. His grace goes deeper than your confusion. He knew every detour before you took it, and He still called you anyway. He still chose you. He still anointed you. He still marked you for something holy and eternal. The enemy has fought you so hard because he knows what's inside you. He knows what will happen when you rise. He knows what will shift in your family, in your circle, in your future, the moment you believe again, the moment you surrender, the moment you start walking in the authority God placed inside you. That's why the pressure was so intense. That's why you felt under attack, even when you were trying to do everything right. But pressure is not your end. It's proof of the power you carry. It's the sign of what's being birthed through you. God is not letting you collapse under that pressure. He is lifting you, holding you, breathing life into your lungs again. The fatigue you feel is not your identity. It's temporary. The confusion is not permanent. The disappointment will not define you. You are coming out of this refined, focused, anchored in a way you've never been before. And it starts here, with His voice, with His hand, with His presence wrapping around you like a shield. He has not changed His mind about you, not after the mistakes, not after the delays, not after the silent seasons. You are still the one He loves. You are still the one He's talking to right now. You are still the one who carries the promise. And every part of your journey has led you here not to a dead end, but to a divine beginning. The part of your story that comes next will not look like the pain you've endured. It will be marked by the presence of God, by miracles, by favor, by restoration, by the kind of peace that cannot be shaken by storms. You may not see the full picture yet, but you can trust the one holding the brush. God is painting something beautiful with your life, even with the strokes that don't make sense right now. Even the dark colors will serve a purpose. Nothing is wasted, not a moment, not a wound, not a single scar. Every part of your journey will be used for glory, for healing, for impact beyond what your eyes can comprehend. And right now, you are not just being spoken to, you are being filled. Filled with courage, with peace, with fire, with the presence of a God who has never left your side. The kind of presence that makes walls fall, that makes hearts melt, that makes fear dissolve, that makes dry places spring to life again. You are being filled so you can walk forward differently, so you can pray differently, see differently, hope differently, believe differently. Stay in this. Don't rush away. Let the word go deeper. Let the presence settle. Let the Spirit do what only He can. Because something in you is shifting forever. Something old is breaking, something heavy is lifting, something holy is rising. You're not who you used to be. And you will not return to who you were before this moment. God is doing a new thing, and He's doing it right now. Just breathe, just stay, just let the process unfold. That is courage. That is strength born from the Spirit of God within you, a kind of endurance that only heaven can give. You didn't stay because you had all the answers. You stayed because something in you knew that God was still writing, still working, still whispering life into your tired soul. The secret ritual they never wanted public is finally out. A 7-second brain technique backed by leaked CIA data and 4 neuroscience labs is helping families erase debt and attract money on autopilot. But this miracle won't stay public long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's gone forever. When he said, "I need to talk to you for 20 minutes," he wasn't inviting you into just another word to pass the time. He was stepping into your atmosphere with power and purpose. He was pulling back the curtain to show you what the enemy never wanted you to see, that you are more than what you've been through, that the pain did not break you, that the fire did not consume you, and that your life is not over. It is being reshaped by the very hands of the one who created you. Comment 999 if you believe your story is being rewritten by God Himself. There are moments in life when the ache becomes too loud to ignore, when the questions scream louder than our faith, and when silence feels heavier than the answer we're waiting for. You've been in one of those seasons, the kind where it seems like nothing is changing on the outside, and the waiting feels like it's draining the life out of you. But God wants you to know your waiting has not been empty. It's been filled with divine intention. Every day you stayed faithful, every moment you chose to trust, even when it hurt, was seen and counted by heaven. The seeds you planted in the ground of tears are beginning to break through the soil. Even though you cannot see it yet, the roots have been growing. The foundation has been strengthening. The very things you thought were dying have only been going deeper. The reason you've been pressed so hard is because the fruit that is coming from your life will carry the fragrance of heaven. Others will taste and see that the Lord is good through your healing, through your story, through your testimony. You are not being buried, you are being planted. God is drawing close now because He wants to be the one who brings you back to life from the inside. He wants to sit with you in the places that others passed by. He wants to whisper peace into the room where anxiety tried to make a home. He wants to hold the thoughts you didn't know how to say out loud. He is not afraid of the mess. He is not disgusted by the pain. He is not impatient with the process. His love is patient. His timing is perfect, and His presence is near. Sometimes you feel like you are too much, too emotional, too sensitive, too complicated. But to God, you are exactly as you should be. You are His image bearer. You are handcrafted with intention. You are seen, known, and wanted. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. And this very moment, right now, is proof that He still wants your heart, just as it is. He is not waiting for the best version of you. He wants the present you. Even if your hands are shaking and your voice is weak, there is power in your surrender. There is power in your staying. There is power in your willingness to keep showing up, to keep believing that somehow, some way, God is still with you, and He is. He is here now, in this space, in this moment, in this sacred pause, where everything else fades, and only His voice remains. He is saying to you, "My child, I am proud of you for not giving up. I am proud of you for staying open. I am proud of you for trusting me, even when you don't feel strong." He has watched over you with a tender gaze, even when you couldn't feel it. His angels have walked beside you through dark valleys, even when you couldn't see them. He has carried you through the weight of grief, of loss, of confusion, of betrayal. And still He says, "I'm not done blessing you. I'm not done surprising you. I'm not done lifting you. There is more, not because you earned it, but because you belong to Him. Because His goodness doesn't run dry, because His mercy renews every morning. You will not stay in this place of heaviness. You will not remain in this cycle of wondering if you're enough. God is about to make it clear. He is about to open doors no man can shut. He is about to pour favor over your life in ways that silence every voice of doubt. This is not hype. This is not just emotional language. This is spiritual truth, and it's already being written into your atmosphere as you read. Your faith is pulling on heaven. Your presence in this moment is an act of war against every lie that tried to define you. God is speaking clarity. He is giving you eyes to see again. Not with fear, not with doubt, but with peace, with hope, with trust. The kind that cannot be shaken. The kind that holds you even when the storm still rages. He is rebuilding your house, not with fragile materials, but with truth, with promise, with love that will not break. You are being made new, but with same with doesn't 24. You are being restored. You are being reshaped into the one he always knew you were. You may feel tired, but rest is coming. You may feel stretched, but strength is rising. You may feel forgotten, but the Father is near. His arms are open, his voice is steady, his plans are still in motion. He doesn't rush you, but he will not let you go. He is the anchor in your chaos. He is the shelter in your storm. He is the fire that cannot be quenched and the whisper that never leaves. Stay with this moment. Let the truth settle into your soul like healing rain. Let his nearness be enough for now. You don't have to see everything to trust him. You just have to believe that he is good, that he is with you, that he is speaking, that he is not done. This is a holy interruption from God himself, the kind that demands your full attention because the ground beneath your spirit is changing and the atmosphere around your soul is being rewritten. You have been walking, waiting, weeping, praying, and heaven has been watching, storing every tear, hearing every word, and holding every broken part of your journey with perfect care. Is this leaked CIA ritual the missing key to your financial breakthrough? A once-hidden brain ritual is spreading fast. This strange 7-second method, confirmed by elite neuroscience labs, activates your brain's wealth magnet. The government may shut this down. If you're seeing this, you are God's chosen child. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted. You have been asking, maybe not aloud, but deep in your heart, does this pain have a purpose? Does this silence mean I've been forgotten? Does this heaviness mean God has stepped away? And his answer, wrapped in unwavering love, is no. The pain is not wasted, the silence is not neglect, the heaviness is not abandonment. God is still here, and he is still speaking. You are not late to your miracle. You are not disqualified from your breakthrough. You are exactly where you need to be for his power to meet you in the most personal, life-changing way. Comment 1010 if you believe your breakthrough has already begun in the unseen. God sees the days you wanted to quit, the nights you curled up wondering if anything would ever shift. He knows the ache of standing in a room full of people and still feeling invisible. He knows what it's like to love deeply and not have that love returned the way you needed. And yet, through every season, his eyes have never looked away from you. His plans have not changed. The promise still stands. The oil on your life is still flowing, even when your hands feel too empty to carry it. You have felt pressure that seemed too much to bear, and yet you did not break. You are still here. That alone is a miracle. That alone should remind you that the hand of God has been holding you even when you felt numb, even when your heart grew quiet, even when your prayers were whispers filled with doubt. You don't need perfect faith for God to move. You just need to stay. And you're doing that now. That is enough. That is obedience. That is surrender. And that surrender is opening doors in the spirit that no one can close. God is not asking you to figure everything out. He is asking you to rest in the truth that he already has. He sees the entire picture. He knows the end from the beginning. What looks like delay is often divine protection. What feels like loss is sometimes holy preparation. What appears as silence is often sacred space being created for something greater than you could have asked for. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. And this positioning requires trust, not because God is testing you, but because He's inviting you into a depth of relationship that is unshakable. You will come out of this with more than you lost. More peace, more clarity, more strength, more understanding of who God is and who you are in Him. You will not look like what you've been through. The fire that tried to consume you is only refining what's been hidden inside you all along. The strength you're about to walk in won't be borrowed from your past. It will be born from your healing. God is not done. This process is sacred. It's slow sometimes, yes, but it's sure. He never builds anything weak, and what He's building in you will not fall. There are relationships that hurt you, and God saw it. He saw what they said behind your back. He saw how they turned away when you needed them. He saw how they misunderstood you, misjudged you, and mistreated your kindness. But He is the God of justice and healing. You don't need revenge. You don't need to prove anything. You are already seen by the only one who truly matters. He is your defender, your restorer, your comforter. And He will restore what was broken, not always with the same people, but always with better peace. You've been feeling the tension in your spirit, the part of you that wants to let go and trust, and the part of you that's still scared because you've trusted before and it led to pain. But God is not like people. He doesn't abandon. He doesn't manipulate. He doesn't betray. He doesn't use your wounds against you. He heals them. He restores what was stolen. He brings beauty from ashes, not in poetic theory, but in real, tangible, life-changing ways. You are about to live in the reality of that promise. There are places inside of you that have been waiting for this moment. Places where you shut the door a long time ago because it hurt too much to hope. But God is gently opening them again, not to cause pain, but to bring healing. He is stepping into those rooms in your heart where memories used to haunt you and replacing them with peace. He's quieting the noise. He's softening the sharp edges of regret. He's reminding you that nothing, absolutely nothing, is wasted in His hands. You don't have to be loud to be strong. You don't have to be seen to be significant. You don't have to be understood by people to be known by God. He is writing your legacy in places no eye can see, and soon what has been growing in the dark will bloom in the light. Not for your fame, but for His glory. Not so people will look at you, but so they'll see Him through you. That's what your life is becoming, a reflection of the goodness of God. The door that is about to open for you will not be like the ones you've known before. This time, you won't have to force it. You won't have to beg for it. You won't have to shrink yourself to fit it. It will open because it was designed for you. It will feel like peace. It will align with heaven's timing. It will carry a confirmation in your spirit so deep that fear won't be able to silence it. This is what happens when you wait on God. He doesn't just bless your patience, He multiplies it. So keep breathing, keep believing, keep letting your spirit receive what your mind can't yet understand. God is moving. God is healing. God is rebuilding your hope in places where you thought it could never grow again. This is not the end. This is not the middle. This is the moment where things begin to shift. When He said, "I need to talk to you right now," He knew exactly what was weighing on your heart. He knew the pressure that's been building. He knew the quiet ache you couldn't name. And He also knew that this moment would come. This holy pause where His voice would meet you in the exact place where you needed Him most. He didn't wait for you to come to him with strength. He came to you in your weakness, because that's who he is. The God who comes close. The God who walks through the valley with you. The God who doesn't just stand in your victory, but sits with you in your sorrow. Comment 1515 if you believe his presence is filling every part of your life right now. What if 7 seconds is all it takes to flip your financial fate? A shocking CIA leak just exposed a hidden brain ritual helping ordinary people erase debt and pull in massive wealth. Backed by 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning struggle into luxury fast. But this page could be erased any moment. Click the link in the first comment now before it's gone forever. God is pouring into your heart a stillness that doesn't come from understanding everything, but from trusting him with what you don't. That's the kind of peace that passes all understanding. It's not based on circumstances. It's not built on outcomes. It's rooted in the unchanging presence of the one who has never failed you. And even now, in the middle of all the unknowns, that peace is rising. It's quiet, but powerful. It's steady, even when everything else feels unsteady. There are seasons when God doesn't remove the storm, but instead, he speaks into the middle of it. That's what's happening now. He's not waiting for the chaos to calm before he speaks. He's speaking so the chaos in your soul begins to still. You've been bracing yourself for bad news, for disappointment, for another letdown, but God is saying, not this time. This time, the winds are going to obey my voice. This time, the waves will quiet down. This time, what was meant to drown you will carry you forward. You don't need to be strong for this to work. You just need to be open. God is not impressed by perfect prayers or polished appearances. He's moved by honesty, by the quiet confession that you're tired but willing, that you're scared but still trusting, that you don't know what's next, but you're here anyway. That is where his power shows up, in the surrender, not the striving. You've been through more than most people know. You've carried burdens silently, smiled through heartbreak, carried responsibilities when no one else stepped in, and you've often wondered if anyone truly sees the weight you carry. But God does. And he's not just watching, he's carrying it with you. He's strengthening you from the inside out. The kind of strength that doesn't always look like bold declarations, but like quiet resilience. The kind of strength that wakes up and chooses to hope again, even when everything inside you says it's safer to stop believing.